In this video, we're going to use the Cat as a Service API to deliver daily cat pictures to WhatsApp users using C# and Azure functions. It's based on a blog post written by Layla Porter over on the Twilio blog. She used dogs, we'll use cats. Let's see how it works. We'll start by creating a new resource. If you scroll down, you'll find Function App. Create a new Function App. Here, I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call mine Brent's Daily Cat. You'll need to pick something that's unique for you. Next, I'll set the location to US East. And then I will leave the Create New Storage bucket selected and click Create. Azure will take a little bit to create our new function application resource, but once it's done, you'll get a notification letting you know that the deployment was completed, and you can click the Go to Resource to head over to your new function app. Once everything loads in, scroll down and click New Function. Here, we're going to use the In-Portal editor and click Continue. And then we're going to use a timer-based application since we want to send pictures on a periodic basis. Once this loads in, you can click View Files to see how the project is made up. There is a function.json, which is where the cron schedule for our repeated task is. We'll leave the default every 30 minutes set. Run.csx is the actual trigger that will run our code. We'll come back to that later. We need two additional files to make this work. One is function.proj, that's where we're going to specify our Twilio dependency, and then we also need a sendMessage.csx, which is a script where we'll write our message sending logic. While the portal makes it easy to build the app, the editing experience leaves a lot to desire, so we're going to actually write our code over in VS Code and then paste it into the files that we just created inside of the portal. Inside of the function.proj, we're going to first declare a top-level project node that specifies the SDK that we'll be working with, which is the Microsoft.NET.SDK for this project. Next, we'll have a property group and an item group tag inside of the project. The property group is going to specify the target framework for our function.proj file, and that's going to be Net Standard 2.0. Inside of the item group, this is where we're going to specify our package reference for the Twilio helper library. So package reference include Twilio, and then the version for this is going to be 5.27.2. Okay, that's all for our function.proj. Copy this, head back over to the portal, select function.proj, and paste it in. And once you have it pasted, hit save. And then we can pull up the logs and we'll see that the package manager will restore the packages for the project based on what's in function.proj, and that'll install the Twilio helper library. Next, let's write our script inside of sendMessage.csx. This is where we're going to specify the logic for how to send our WhatsApp messages. We're going to use some standard namespaces here. We've got the system namespaces and the Twilio and Twilio account and types namespaces that you would use in a standard Twilio application. Next, we'll declare an async task called sendMessage that takes a image URL as a string. Inside of this function, we're going to initialize our Twilio REST client object by passing in a couple of credentials. We need the Twilio account SID and the Twilio auth token for our Twilio account. I'm going to be storing those inside of environment variables on Azure, so we're going to use environment.getEnvironmentVariable to access them. We'll need the Twilio account SID and the auth token. We'll set those up in the portal later. Next, we're going to create the actual message that we want to send by using messageResource.create. This takes a bunch of parameters. The first is the from phone number. In this case, it's going to be a WhatsApp phone number. So create a new phone number object, specify WhatsApp : and then the number. This one is going to be the Twilio WhatsApp sandbox, so +1 415 523 8886. The second parameter is the to phone number. This is going to be another WhatsApp phone number, but it's going to correspond to your WhatsApp phone number. So I'll put WhatsApp : and then out of the environment, we're going to have another environment variable called my_phone_number. We'll set that up in the portal when we get back there after this file. Next, specify a body for the message. This is going to be your daily cat ! And then one more thing, we need a list of media URL. This is going to be the image URL for our cat. So create a new list of URI and create a new URI object as the single element in that list using the image URL that was passed in. That's all for this message. Then we'll console.writeLine out the message SID just so that we know that it was sent correctly. And that's all for this script, so copy it and bring it back over to the portal, head to sendmessage.csx and paste in the code and hit save. Okay, now we need to set our environment variables. We have an account SID, an auth token, and a phone number. So click on the function node, mine is Brent's Daily Cats, and then click Application Settings. Here you will have a button that's called New Application Setting. In here you can specify the name of an application setting or environment variable. Our first one is Twilio account SID. You'll put in the value here. I'm going to leave it blank so you don't see mine. Click Update, and then add another one for the Twilio auth token. So Twilio _auth token, and then you'll want to put your value there as well, and click Update. And then once more, you'll have an application setting for my_phone_ number. This will be your WhatsApp phone number. Remember to put your + and country code here before your phone number. Mine is +1 and then my phone number. Then click Update and hit Save, and this will save your web app settings to your function project. Once that's done, head back over to your function project and go back to the trigger that we were working on. It'll be called timer trigger 1, and we want to write the code for run.csx. Our run.csx script needs access to our sendmessage.csx script, so we're going to load that in with a directive here at the top. Then we'll declare some standard system namespaces like we'd be used to in most C# web applications, and then finally we'll declare our public static async task run that takes a timer info and an iLogger. First, we need an image URL. The Cat as a Service API has cataas.com/c, which will return a random cat as an image file. That's a perfect URL to pass to Twilio's messaging service, as it'll send it out as a media object. Then we'll just call send message asynchronously, passing in that image URL. That's all for this script, so copy it, take it back over to the portal, and replace the code in run.csx with this code. Hit save, and then we'll actually be able to run this. But you'll notice that I messed up the iLogger. I needed a capital I there, so let's make that correction real quick, and then save it. We'll see that it compiles successfully this time, and if we hit run this time, we can actually run the project, and I should get a cat over on my phone. So we'll hit run, it'll recompile, it'll send out the message, and if I pull out my phone, I will get a cat inside of WhatsApp. In fact, you'll get one every half an hour unless you change this cron schedule. If you need details on how to edit a cron schedule, check out the link in the description below.
That's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the subscribe button over on the left. If you want to watch another video, I picked one out just for you in the top right, and if you're looking for the code, there's a button in the bottom right for that. Until next time, I'm out of here.